The following podcast may contain spoilers.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Treading the Path of Heaven, brought to you with much difficulty and having had to surpass many tribulations.
What is this, part two? Part two?
No, this is just the V2.
Yeah, this is Treading the Path of Heaven, ATG 1.01.
Yeah, 1.01, and also this is a studio recording setup V2, which is very exciting. We've moved to a new boom mic system, and things are great. We have had a real goofed up couple of weeks, though.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys listened to our status update, but we have, over the past month, had every person in the house be sick.
For like a week each?
For about a week each at differing times, and like some threatened to be cyclical, where like the first sick person would be just well enough to catch sick again by the end of everyone else being sick.
Yes.
And then Richard's hard drive literally blew up and stopped working. So we lost the recordings that we essentially had, and we couldn't boot Richard's computer.
Feels bad.
Oh, it was a bad time.
So then we had to wait like a week to get a new hard drive so that Richard's computer could boot so that we could try and edit our episodes. And then Windows 10 updated and it no longer supports the editing software that we were using.
RIP Adobe Audition 3.0. It was the first DAW I ever purchased. And now it's gone forever.
Never to be used again.
So then we lost again the recordings that we had done.
This sounds like a big old pile of bullshit, but you guys, it's been a real rough month.
Here's what you guys go look up. Look up the fact that if you upgrade to the new version of your DAW, it no longer supports the file format of our old stuff. So converting it up destroyed our recordings.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it was rough. But, much like Yunshi, we held on with barely a thread of life and pulled forward, and here we are recording again. So, thank you. Dear listeners, we had a lot of people write us in asking us to make sure we were okay, to see when we were going to get the new episode out. It was very humbling.
We are sure to learn from this experience and have things at least more communicable in the future. We are sorry that it took a while to get an update out as to exactly what was happening, but you should be able to follow the podcast feed itself, the RSS feed, and also the Twitter or Facebook. I'll post updates there as I'm able.
Yep. So we do apologize for the lack of communication, and we thank you for the well wishes. And that's pretty much it for the podcast stuff out of the way. We're gonna try and release this episode as soon as possible and get our next episode, Arte Ferretta, back on schedule for next Sunday, or I think Monday.
Well, let's try to get it Sunday night.
We'll try and get it up Sunday night.
So you'll be getting this sometime during this very fantastic, fun week that we're having, and
Yes.
then you'll have Arte Ferretta on Sunday. It's gonna be like a bonus week,
Back
except for
to
you didn't
back.
get episodes the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, make up apology.
I'm
episodes.
so excited to be freed from the chains of Ari Ferretta.
I'm sure you
Yes!
are, Richard.
God.
I was dying in my bed reading that.
I
But
bet.
anyway, this is the Treading the Path of the Heavens podcast. I am your host, Jonathan Kinney, joined by my co-hosts.
I'm Richard.
I'm Bill.
I'm not a co-host.
Yep, this is Seth, our self-proclaimed perennial guest.
Debate whether I should have proclaimed that or not. I'm starting to think I really shouldn't have.
Probably not. But that being said, you did, and today we are talking about one of my favorite, another favorite of mine, Against the Gods.
They're
Against
all
the
favorites of
gods.
yours, Kenny.
Well, the ones that I choose to talk about, yeah, because I've got a lot of favorite. Like, why would I not talk about my favorites before I talk about the ones I'm like, about?
I mean, that's fine.
Oh my god, he
Fine.
hit you with the logic bomb.
That's the point of this podcast, is talk about books we're excited about anyway. Whatever. It's your favorite. Tell me more.
It's not my favorite. It's just like among my favorite.
It
is
is.
what I meant to say.
Definitely one of my top 3.
There's
Okay.
some books that are just like your favorite for that time. Like, I can't say some of the stuff I brought up was my absolute favorite, but when I was reading them, they were real good.
Well, yeah, because you're
Yeah,
like
no,
you're in the flow of it. Like you've got like the community. You're scrolling down. You're seeing it at the bottom of everything, and you're living for the next chapter, right? Like that's your whole thing. That's why you're so into it.
It's so
while you're
good.
reading.
I'm pretty sure this is either the third or fourth novel in this genre started. It was like Legendary Moonlight Sculptor, Coiling Dragon at pretty much the same time.
Oh, that sounds so much fun.
It was a lot of fun. And then I picked up, I think it was either Douluo Dalu or Against the Gods was the next one I started reading. And like that, it just, I mean, those were all four of those were books that kind of cemented me into loving.
We're gonna talk about
Translated
Douluo Dalu
Asia.
at some point.
Of course
Yes,
we're gonna
of
talk
course
about
we're going to
Douluo
talk
Dalu.
about Douluo
Okay,
Dalu.
I
just-
want more people to
I
have time to read more Douluo Dalu because that, like, I love that series and I want to hear other people's thoughts on it.
Hey, yo, I know you don't read over
Yeah.
there, Seth. So
Yeah. Yeah, I'm illiterate.
Douluo Dalu
cannot
has
read.
a manga that actually covers like a lot of it. It does skip Slaughter City, but it
does
covers a
skip
lot.
Slaughter City, but like,
Why would you skip Slaughter
the
City?
manhwa, the manhwa tones down stuff, so like you don't get the Oscar dick jokes, you don't get the
That sounds like I should just read the
the
book.
open like rape murder in the city streets of Slaughter City.
But pretty colors, and that'll keep you entertained.
All right.
Hey, man.
Are they pretty pictures though?
Yeah.
Actually, it's a fairly well
Yeah,
done
it's,
manhwa.
it's not.
Okay.
It's not ugly.
I actually it's when I go back and I like, where was I? And I like pick a random spot towards the later third of the story and just catch up to it every so often.
That sounds like fun. The only reason I ask is I see a lot of people talking about it on the novel translation subreddit as like one of the best examples of the genre.
Yeah, no,
So,
it's by one of the like the best authors out there.
Yeah.
Like that guy has been literally, I think he
Is
hasn't
his
missed
name
a
that
daily.
guy?
It's
Oh man, I was really hoping it was that
Shao-
guy.
I don't
something.
remember his name. All I know is every time I see a picture of him, he's always suited up like a Rocky from
Yeah.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. He's like the novel the Chinese novel writer version of Araki in the way he dresses.
Rocky,
No.
notably JoJo's Bizarre Adventure author.
Always
That dude
dressed.
has not missed a daily update since the day he started.
Oh, geez, what a monster!
That is monstrous.
Yeah, there's actually a few of his books that you can read. Like on Wuxie World, I know they have like Child of Light, which is a great story about a guy who figures out how to do lazy cultivation. He figures out how to cultivate while he sleeps.
Sick.
Sleep cultivation. Tell me more.
That's my
Wait, no,
hero.
don't tell me
I'm not
more.
going to tell you more
We're
because I
talking
want to
about
talk
a
about it
different
against the
book.
gods.
Like, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm
But-
so sorry. This is my fault.
No, I'm super excited to have another chance. Like I'm looking forward to being able to talk about those novels because they are near and dear to my heart. But Against the Gods was personally one of the first novels I started to read. It has consistently throughout my novel reading been one of the novels I'm most excited to see update. And unfortunately, that means that I have spent a lot of time with that motherfucking teasing bunny.
Teasing punny.
Look up the like latest episode of Against the Gods. Don't look at any of the text, and then click next.
Don't
And you will
spoil it for
see a
yourself.
bunny that is doing a teasing dance on a strip pole.
Oh no.
That was
That
not
has
bad.
for a very long time been the teaser for the next chapter of Against the Gods. So I hate that bunny with a burning passion.
See, I don't know what I would do if I hit next on like King's Avatar or something that I really enjoy reading, and instead of getting like the teaser that just makes me feel sad, I get something that's just like taunting me with no content.
Oh yeah, no, there's literally never any words. It's just a fucking dancing bunny.
Oh no.
And it's been there for a long time. But Against the Gods is a great story. To kind of give it an overall theme, it is one of a few other books that I've read that my friend and I have put into the genre of get stronger, get bitches.
If I had to sum up Against the Gods in a word, it would be machismo.
Machismo. Is he a pro wrestler? Like, what's going on?
Close. He's a broadsword wielder, and he
Sounds like a pro wrestler to me.
Yeah.
he
Honestly,
is the man
yeah.
who will get bitches and protect them bitches.
No, how many bitches does he get? Because like a lot of characters get bitches, but is he actually acquiring currency and acquiring hoes? That's the
I
real
want to
question.
say at least 6 where I'm at. Prospects on 9.
I would love to take offense with all the uses of bitches that we're having so far, but it does seem like the only way to describe this genre.
I mean, they're women, and they're all exceptional women. And I don't just mean in terms of beauty, but I also mean in terms of character and usually strength.
But he still bets them, right?
Well, of course, and hard.
Well, of
Dude,
course.
Usually for great gains. Like, he cultivates not once, but twice.
He cultivates with sex.
Yes.
Yeah, no, there's 2 times where sex is not only
Oh.
cultivation, but life-saving to both parties.
When did it suddenly become Face Day Night?
It's not.
I mean,
It's
sex
cool.
magic cultivation. That's a thing.
Sex magic is
It's
a
more
different
like
thing. Sex
it's more like
cultivation
the
blows my mind.
there's a pretty common trope of like primordial yin and primordial yang, for in Chinese, where like cultivators, they have some of their energy, and when they lose their virginity, like a portion of that energy is given to their partner.
So he's just taking virgins for power?
no, he is not.
I am on a quest among the land to fund all the virgins. I will be the strongest.
How
And
lewd
Yunchi
is
gets
this?
women, but he respects his women. They're like pretty much every danger that Yunchi ever faces is because some woman of his got in trouble, or like someone stood up to his women, and Yunchi doesn't stand for that.
Yeah. Like, he annihilates a clan, an entire clan. He just shows up and is like, entire clan, die.
Literally one survivor, because the bitch that they kidnapped, which caused this tragedy, was like, this guy was actually nice to me and is the only reason I'm not actually much worse than I am. Please don't murder him specifically. And he's like, but I'm really like, understand that there's a guy here now who I just killed his entire clan, and that's going to be an issue.
No,
Yeah.
you can't. You kill
leave
whole
one.
families.
Yeah, you can't
Leave no
leave
orphans.
one.
They come back
Oh,
cultivating.
Yunchi understands this.
Oh, yeah.
That is Yunchi's character. He literally, like, there's a princess of a nation that he ends up traveling with. And there's a point
Another
where
bitch.
oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
First wife.
No, that's another woman. Sorry, I don't normally call women bitches,
Listen.
but it's just acquiring.
Listen, I'm just heading off at the pass, guys. That's
No,
all I'm trying to do.
Honestly, we're feminists here. We support women.
I'm
and all
sorry.
that.
I'm
It's
sorry.
just it's the tone of the novel, not our
Okay,
opinions.
okay. Another female dog acquired.
There you go. That doesn't help. That's
actually much worse.
That's actually worse. Yeah.
So yeah, no, Yunchi's with one of his myriad women, and there's these two guys that basically end up they do something like cruel, and Yunchi's like, those guys are killers. Like they've absolutely murdered a bunch of people, and they're not good people. And so he's like already decided in his brain, like, these people are going to die when a chance presents itself. And Yunchi is very good about using his words to put people in positions where killing them is very justified.
He like tricks people into getting themselves killed.
No, he tricks people into it being righteous for him to kill them.
Oh, I see. So,
Oh,
so
shit.
he what? Buys plenary indulgences, essentially. Excuse me.
he
I'm gonna make it okay for me to
Oh.
kill you by you being an asshole.
Mostly, yeah.
Is he a cultivation lawyer? How is he talking these people into dying?
No, he's just very like he just says he's shameless.
He's incredibly Sao in the fact that he will
Oh,
not only notice your flaws, but he will pick them apart, and he does not give you any shred of face.
Yeah.
Sao being one of the three leaders in the three kingdoms.
Oh,
The
those
romance
three
of three
kingdoms.
Oh,
There are
man.
certainly three of them.
That makes me
and
want
is
to
also
read
a
it
story
because,
from
like, I'm a
China.
big fan of Sao and his mouthpiece.
Yunchi. There are like three distinct parts of Against the Gods. There is Yunchi being in trouble because he mouthed off to someone.
Sounds fun.
That's one.
You could also include having to rescue women in that category.
Okay.
Two, Yunchi training.
Usually while in danger.
Yeah, like he will in the midst of some horrifying danger be like, oh, this is the perfect training opportunity. Let me get strong enough to beat the person that's oppressing me.
Oh, okay.
He does that frequently.
Perfect time to break through.
Yeah,
Why wouldn't it be? You are forced to by a person beating you up.
He's very, very lucky.
He got trapped on an interdimensional boat that whenever it was traveling through space, sort of like was compressing space around him, so he was sort of getting shredded. And he was just like, oh, so I'll just train by not being shredded with my super awesome be shredded power.
His training is that he literally just forces his regenerative powers to the max and is just constantly healing his body. So it's just being constantly torn up by
Oh.
spatial tribulations.
So
sounds
he's
insane.
Chinese cultivation lawyer, womanizer, and Wolverine all together.
Oh, he's terrifying.
Yeah, no.
Yunchi is a literal monster. He's a demon, maybe a better
I
term.
want to see Yunchi in a cage match in Canada. I want that.
Yeah, I'd like that. Yeah.
It would end very badly.
I don't
for
think
whoever
the
he was
cage
fighting.
could hold him.
Yeah, the cage is really like more decorative than.
It was pretty much the same for Wolverine. You could have just slashed himself
okay,
right out of that.
So I'm sorry. So you've explained Yun-Chi as getting bitches, getting stronger, and being verbally powerful.
Yeah, that's the third thing. Is Yun-Chi laying the fucking smackdown with his mouth? Like him just getting up on a soapbox and ruining some guy's spirit or life.
If you could see the shape of his soul, it would be a slap to the face.
Oh shit!
I think that's pretty accurate, honestly. So let's get some background on Yun-Chi. Yun-Chi is a third-time reincarnator.
That seems like a lot of times.
That's a lot of reincarnation.
Like, usually
first
they've
time-
reincarnated once, but
Yeah, the first time we were introduced to Yun-Chi, he has just woken up in the body of a 16-year-old who has just died by drinking poison.
so he is like super weak because he's been poisoned, or is he just
No,
like
actually,
back to a zero?
No, he's just in the body of this kid who was like a normal kid, but he just died. I think his cultivation veins were crippled.
Oh,
How did he? Wait,
make you want to kill yourself.
come out.
Mhm.
Hold up. He's been poisoned.
Mhm.
His cultivation's crippled. Was it crippled by the
It was-
poison?
No, that was a pre-existing condition.
Why would you reincarnate in the body of a crippled kid?
I don't think he had a
He
choice.
didn't
That doesn't
choose
seem
to do
like a
that,
thing you
and it
choose.
turns out actually his first life was the crippled kid. He lived till he was 16, and then died, reincarnated in another world, where he became a mass murderer.
No. A mass murderer genius doctor.
Yeah, he became a genius doctor first.
Philanthropist.
Did he not remember being the kid?
No, he did not remember being the kid, but until like he has the kid's memories when he goes back into the body,
Sure.
but he doesn't realize that was also him until later on in the series.
Oh, I see. Okay, so he's like, it's real weird that I can remember all this kid stuff when it's like, oh no, that was actually just me.
Yeah, but Yun-Chi plays it cool all the time.
Back to the mass murder, please.
Oh yeah. So Yun-Chi has a natural treasure, and as we find out later on, and pretty early on in
The
the book,
sky poison pearl.
the Sky Poison Pearl, one of the top 10 treasures in all of existence.
Like in all of the realms.
Okay.
It possesses the ability to purify basically any poison, to take any impurities out of any medicine. It is a storage space, and it also stores all the poison it purifies and can be used offensively.
So super hack
You just Mega Man some poison?
protagonist.
It's very dumb.
Let me take your poison.
Yeah, he's
so
Mega Man.
essentially what happens is because his master owns the Sky Poison Pearl in this world that he reincarnates into, his doctor master, it is coveted by enemies, and they kill his pacifist doctor
no.
master.
Oh no!
Oh no, what an idiot. Why would you have that kind of power? Why are you a pacifist?
Well, because he's
Because
got
he's
that
a
kind of
doctor,
power.
and he had such a respect for life. He's like, he didn't want to.
Yeah, but he could use.
But then Yun-Chi becomes vengeance monster Yun-Chi.
So basically, the rest of Yun-Chi's life is him taking the Sky Poison Pearl and then like murdering cities.
So he's a mass murderer for good reason.
Yeah, no, he's doing it. It's not.
Okay, a mass murderer with a cause.
Essentially, there's a
What mass
girl
murderer doesn't?
that he's with.
another another woman.
Ah, Richard!
In a sense,
Get on top of it, Richard.
in a sense, original bitch.
Yeah, no, the first one.
Come on, man.
I never said I was gonna stop.
Oh no.
They're gonna eat us alive on Tumblr.
That seems like a badge of honor, honestly. So
So, okay.
he's with this girl who the entire time is like, please stop being vengeful. It's really only hurting you. Just live with me and have a happy, nice life. And he's like, all right, but I just have one more job. But I just have one more job. But I just have one more
I
job
got one
until
more
she
bastard
dies.
to kill.
And it is basically the biggest regret in Yun-Chi's life. It drives him even further insane until eventually he throws himself off a cliff at the end of the world, so to speak.
Well, I mean, he was kind of driven there by the hordes of people he was seeking to eradicate.
I mean,
Well,
why
yeah.
didn't he just activate the trap card and kill everyone on the planet?
I think he was either out of poison or the people he were dealing with were just too really high level.
Oh,
Shit, man.
shit.
But he was like, yeah, no. There are rumors about this place. Nobody ever goes down here, so like, they're not gonna get this from me.
And he just jumped off so that no one could have the Sky Poison Pearl. Pop! He wakes up in the body of a 16-year-old.
Who was just poisoned.
Luckily, he has the Sky Poison Pearl still.
Why does he
Oh.
have it in his hand?
Yeah, it's actually like fused in his wrist.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah. So he starts with this pocket dimension. He starts
starting.
with poison immunity, and healing skill. Like,
yeah, also like he's basically instantly a better alchemist than anyone in this world, because like this is the kind of thing where like good alchemy you probably still only get like 30% pure pills, and he makes literally 100% pure pills with no effort
I mean, Sky
and
Poison, bro.
instantaneously.
yes,
He can just refine
Just make
for
money.
free.
he
Yeah,
just
make all the money.
needs he puts the stuff in, it becomes the stuff. He has the stuff.
So the problem with his crippled Dantean stuff is he can just like Sky Poison.
No,
Pearl
actually, he has
himself
no
up.
way to fix that. It is completely crippled until
Oh shit!
out of nowhere.
Well, yeah. He meets this like really pretty girl, like
A little young to be described as so pretty, but you know, just like ephemerally beautiful.
It's fine. It seems like this character who's a mass murderer doesn't have problem dicking down someone very young.
Actually, no, I don't think he really ever has.
yeah, no.
Oh shit!
Everybody's been like late teens, early 20s,
Oh,
or
Well,
older.
Honorable in at least one way.
There was-
Cool.
There was like a mid 20s, I think was his first one, second one.
Oh.
Oh yeah, mid-20s, yeah.
he doesn't roll with the lollies. I respect it.
So anyway, turns out Yunchi is set to be married to the famed daughter of heaven because of an agreement between their father's fathers or some sort of thing.
Is that why original 16-year-old killed himself?
No, he was killed because of that.
Oh.
I
By
mean,
someone else.
when you're a cripple and you get a proud daughter of heaven to be your wife to be, a lot of haters gonna kill you, dog.
It's
So
true.
he
I
is
can understand
murdered
being
by
mad at
someone
that.
who's jealous in the clan.
Of
Yep.
course.
But he runs into this ephemeral beauty who's dying, and
Oh, guess what she's dying of, guys? Guess.
Poison?
It's poison.
Oh, it's
Oh,
poison!
perfect.
but
So she senses that the Sky Poison Pearl is near and is like, hey, I'm gonna be in there, and just forcibly jumps into the Sky Poison Pearl.
abandoning her body because her body's just gone. She's like, I can't live in this.
So she just throws her spirit to live in the Sky Poison Pearl.
Grandpa Doring?
I
don't
would
know
say
what you
that,
just said.
honestly, Yunchi's greatest master has always been this small girl who is named Jasmine.
Yep.
Mm.
Is a little girl from the Boondocks.
I mean,
If
That
that-
is, in fact, a little girl from the Boondocks. But
She'd have to be far more terrifying to be to
Jasmine was actually pretty nice on the Boondocks. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
but yeah, no. So he meets this irascible 12-year-old. I want to say 12-year-old because
I'm pretty sure she's 12 at the time.
yes.
12 million?
No,
Yeah.
12.
And then
Thousands.
puts her
12.
inside
12
of
years.
himself.
But
No, puts her inside the pearl.
but
All right.
how did she strip her own soul at the age of 12? How does
Turns out she's actually like the strongest living thing on the planet, but we'll get into that.
But she's 12. What the
And when I say that, I mean as a spirit.
Yes.
Who the fuck poisoned her?
Somebody way stronger.
Who the what? If you're the
Something not
strongest
in
thing
this
on the
plane.
planet,
Yeah. Then
Yeah,
something
no, it
not
was
on
the
this
poison
planet.
star god,
Duh.
but don't worry about it.
Poison Star God.
Wait,
what are these words?
Okay, wait.
Poison star.
Is the stars like is the light poison? Is it made of poison? What's the poison star? I need to know more, a little bit more. Like I don't care.
Does
if
he
it's
have a
spoilery,
poison
just a little bit.
supernova? Does he explode
Think
and
of
things?
space.
Yeah.
It's like if you go around to different stars, and this is the poison star, and I am the god of this poison star.
Is the sky poison pearl his?
They're
and he
very
just wants it
strong.
back?
That's the no, they don't know where the Sky Poison Pearl is. If anyone knew where the Sky Poison Pearl was at any point in the story, they would murder Yunchi and take it. Yunchi does not let that secret fucking go. He's just like, no, I'm just really that good.
Can you
It's
just cut
skill,
off
man.
his arm and take it?
100% skill. Oh, that's another thing about Yunchi. Bluffs for days, and no one will call him on it.
Yeah, no, he bluffs like a motherfucker. And also just like is very good because of his medicine skill, he's very good at like disguises and like altering the way he like looks.
Oh, because he's a doctor.
Yeah,
of course.
Because he's a
I
doctor.
don't know why that follows. Like once
I
again,
mean, think about it. If you're an apothecary, a doctor, or a alchemist, you're good at making like you can make medicine, but that also means you also provide like makeup and like different chemicals to hide your scent and do all this other stuff.
Yeah,
You'd
it's
have
because
all the
you know what
knowledge.
plants do what to affect the way people perceive you.
so you just like, oh, I'm gonna rub some of this fern on my face to go get real puffy, and I'm gonna be a good disguise.
I mean, basically, yeah, and it's partially like, you know, the way he holds his body and whatnot. He's just
Okay.
good. He's good at being. He's a good actor.
okay, no, that I'll believe.
So
Good actor,
I mean-
great at disguises.
So, like-
doctor, I don't know.
he lives to be what, 33, 43 in this other world?
In the first world, yeah. So he's like a 16-year-old that has the mind of like a 40-year-old who has lived life and seen horrible things and done horrible things and experienced
He's
horrible
about to
things.
mind fuck these young women.
Yes, that's what's great.
Holy
Is
shit.
because like
These young women. No, he's about to mindfuck these old men.
yeah, also that because ew.
Oh god.
Just mind fuck. He physically fucks the young women.
Yeah, okay.
Like, no, these old men do not get it. Like, there are points in time where they are just confused how this 16-year-old can have such killing intent.
Yeah, he's like way more ruthless than any of them. He has way more killing intent because he is a literal mass murderer.
People think they good and slick, but they ain't.
Yeah, like he just schemes
ain't.
harder than everyone, and no one takes him seriously because he looks like he's 16. And there's no way he has enough experience to see through this shit.
He not only looks like a 16-year-old, but he looks like a 16-year-old that everybody knows has fucked up cultivation.
Well, yeah, actually, Jasmine fixes that because she replaces his entire profound veins with the evil god's profound veins.
oh, you know, the evil god.
Hold up.
Everything in
You're
Against
just
the
saying
Gods
some
just
wild
sounds
shit.
crazy and
There's
awesome.
there's a poison god, poison star god.
There you go.
Evil god's veins, or like, okay, so are these common? Like they just ripped them out of a
Oh
demon?
no, these are one of a kind. Actually,
There's
From
one evil
the
god.
evil
There
god?
was one evil god.
evil god. These are his veins.
Who took the what?
Jasmine somehow acquired them, and now is like, well, I have to put them in somebody. I'm gonna put them in you, since, my life's now tied
Yours
to
are all
yours.
fucked up.
So
I could
Yunchi-
do that.
The mass murdering womanizer is now the evil god.
Well, he has his profound veins, and she also starts teaching him some like next level techniques that are way stronger than anything this world has. There's a movement technique that, like, the more you practice it, the more after images of yourself you can make.
Star
it's essentially
God's
a
broken
clone.
shadow.
You're moving so fast, you are not making after images. You are fighting in two places at once.
Say that again.
Star God's broken shadow.
That sounds broke.
That's
It is.
that's a lot of people's do that.
Hey,
a lot of people like doing that.
And
copy
it's like
thing.
his best movement skill until he gets extreme mirage lightning.
Extreme Mirage Lightning.
Words?
Yeah, you know, the secret movement technique of the clan of thieves who have never been caught ever because no one has ever been able to catch them. Regardless, you could be like 6 realms of cultivation above them, but you can't catch them because they're that fast. Ridiculous.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Everything in Against the Gods is like cranked up to 11.
Yeah, this sounds like a very over the top book.
Like if you went, it's like if you played the brutal legend.
Yeah.
Brutal
the-
Leg. That sounds like
Brutal
an
Leg.
amazing game.
Yeah. No, it's like if you played that game, but you could replace it with Yunchi and it would be roughly the same.
Oh
It's
shit.
just heavy metal.
Heavy, hardcore.
Yeah, no, like he literally wields a greatsword. Like he's the kind of guy who's like everyone's like sending thousands of attacks of him, and he just like swipes once and just wipes out all of the attacks coming in.
I mean, when you have extreme mirage, what?
Extreme
lightning.
Mirage Lightning.
Also,
yeah.
Yunchi like goes the distance. Like there was a part where it was actually the first woman he ended up sleeping with was like injured to the point where like she didn't have any of her profound strength. She couldn't move. There was like she could literally do nothing. And he literally just picks her up because like if he leaves her there, she'll die. So she just starts carrying her, one arm tied up, carrying her the entire time, and then goes through a tribulation that is like meant for people stronger than he is, which
What?
involves him fighting a person. This one sort statue is actually a pretty tough fight.
Yeah.
And then he beats that statue, and then like the walls open up, and 2 statues of the same type walk out, and he starts fighting them.
But he's doing that while holding a woman.
While holding a woman, protecting her from the statues, and they are using her as a like point of attack.
Of course.
They are not
Because-
trying. They are
yeah.
trying to use her as leverage to make openings.
Oh my god, did I forget? Was there 3 times that this happens?
Well, there's that. Yeah, no, definitely 3 times because there was that. There was the Empress, and there was
The
the Phoenix one. Yeah.
Why? Hold up. I think those statues are stupid. He beats you holding one guy. Why would you kill the girl he's holding so he can use both arms? That seems like
Oh,
a
no, that's
horrible
a
They're
very
just
idea.
trying to
good
kill him.
point.
Like they're just trying to open up defensive breaks in his. My point is that like he's not only fighting these things, he is doing it while defending this woman. He beats the 2 and he's like, all right, cool. Walls open up, 4 come out.
He beats the 4.
He's
Oh,
like, all right,
God.
surely that's the end. 8 come out.
16 come out?
I would like it if you guys stopped this.
32 come out.
64.
64 come out.
Yep.
When does
128 come out.
when does it stop?
I don't actually remember.
I'm pretty sure it was
1024.
I'm pretty sure it was 512.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's a lot.
Yeah, 500. He beats 512 of them and does it, and then like collapses because he has literally used every drop of strength in his body.
I think that was the okay. Also, once he gets the evil god's profound veins, he ventures into a realm I like to call legacy collectors.
It's very I Shall Seal the Heavens.
Yeah, so like this is the one where he gets the dragon legacy, where he gets dragon bones.
Yeah, the dragon's like, you really like. I didn't expect you to be able to beat that, but you did it while holding a woman. Impressive.
Respect.
So wait,
And then he like is like, I'm gonna give you. Normally you'd get 1 drop of blood, but I'm gonna give you like 3.
so he's got evil god veins.
He's got
He's
dragon
got dragon bones.
Yeah, and he starts collecting these seeds that like are elemental seeds related to the evil god's profound veins, which the Jasmine, the person who gave him the evil god's veins, is like, why are these even here?
Yep.
I don't understand why there are so many treasures. Like this is a tiny, unpowerful planet.
So the evil god seeds come in 5 colors, 5 different flavors: fire, water, lightning, wind, and earth.
No cherry?
That would be fire.
Oh.
I need strawberry minimum.
There is a cherry, but I'm not going to get into it.
Oh, shit.
So yeah, no, he.
But it's
So
a
the
metaphor
first
for
thing he finds, fire one. So let me just tell you what it does. It renders him immune to fire.
Also gives him almost perfect control over fire, incredible perception into fire.
Yep.
He just becomes a firebender.
If he fights the Fire Nation, they just lose.
Yeah.
Hey,
Fire
remember
Nation's
that
done.
sect we said he turned out? That was the Burning Heaven sect.
Yeah, they were like unrivaled under this entire zone.
So he was just untouchable.
Well, hold up.
Yeah, they thought they were hardcore. And keep in mind, they're stronger than him, so if they just used profound energy that wasn't fire-related, they could have beat the shit out of him. But they're so proud of their fire that they just focus it and go harder and harder fire.
If I'm a proud son of the Burning Heaven sect and some little pissant came at me, I'm going to annihilate this man with fire.
You
Well,
see,
you see,
Richard-
that is the thought pattern of so many very, very now dead characters.
That was their, in fact, downfall.
You know who I am? The Burning Heaven. Oh,
He's like,
burn
you know
the
who
shit
I
out
am?
of you."
I'm Yun-Chi. Now you're dead.
Yeah, Yun-Chi has the power, like, at certain points in time, like, okay, there's like 10 levels in a realm, and then you go to the next great realm. He fights 2 great realms above, almost at all points in time.
So people are like, this is like literally a person I don't even pay attention to. But he's actually stronger than I am, and I have no way of knowing that. And that element of surprise is basically what carries Yun-Chi through this story.
Holy shit.
Man, this sounds like a crazy goddamn book.
Yeah, no, it's great. And I just like, just to give an example of some of Yun-Chi's schemes, I was kind of going into it earlier with his disguise. He literally dresses himself up as an old genius doctor, goes to this clan that like fucked him over while he was the 16-year-old, the people that like poisoned him. Goes in there, convinces him that he's a genius doctor, starts like doing all these medical miracles, and he'll be like, I need this particular plant that's been aged for exactly 1,000 years. And they like pull out a plant, and it's like they don't even take it out of the box, and he's just like, that's only been aged 700 years.
Try again.
I'll just go in and get it myself. And so eventually he gets like the confidence to go into the medicine room. And so he starts doing this. And then one night he just goes in, robs all of their medicine,
completely
The
blind.
long con.
the long
That
con,
long, it doesn't sound like.
writes shit on their wall, and then like walks out and he's like, it was me, Yun-Chi, all along.
The fact that he has to fucking pop off at the end.
All I can
is...
picture is just like, Yun-Chi was here, bitches.
And then
I got your shit.
and then he starts running away. And then they send one of their great elders who will kill him, like based on his profound strength
Sure.
and like their difference. He's just gonna kill him. But then Yun-Chi pulls out grenades that he has stolen from them.
Uses them to kill their elder.
Oh,
Jesus.
no.
These are like prototypes. They didn't even know what these did.
Oh, God.
So Yun-Chi, like this is a very, that is honestly, that is usually the level of what Yun-Chi's escapades are like.
Oh, that sounds awful. How did the elder die? He died on our own grenades.
Yeah, those were ours.
We just made those.
Yeah, no. Brother Charles made those. That exploded the guy. That was Brother Charles's fault.
We should just let Yun-Chi go.
Yes, no. If people would just disregard everything and be like, nope, I'm not touching him, they would live happier lives.
Yeah, no, and there are people that do, and their lives improve dramatically. Yun-Chi is a great boon for everyone that doesn't try and fuck with him, which is a surprisingly small amount of people.
Okay, so the place he lives, there are seven nations. And they are clearly ranked. Like, there's the Divine Phoenix Nation, who is number 1, and no one fights them.
What a name.
All of the other nations. And then the Blue Cloud Nation.
Which is his nation, which is the garbage tier joke nation forever.
Blue Cloud. Defying Phoenix. I can imagine.
Yeah. So, like, there's a national tournament. Good old tournament arcs.
Very important.
Yunchi likes to
Required,
win
in fact.
tournaments.
So Yunchi travels by himself. He's the only contender from the Blue Wind. Blue Wind never sends people, or they send like a group who will get smashed immediately. So Yunchi shows up by himself. Everybody laughs. Nobody wants to fight the Phoenix disciples, so he decides to fight all 10 of them in a row.
Yeah. And that starts, he starts beating the first ones, and then they stop being in a row and start being at a time. And then he still beats the shit out of all of them.
Wow.
Yeah, no, just straight bodies.
And not even like a hard fight, like instantaneous defeat.
So like, and it's really sad because right before then, he got the Phoenix bloodline. Like there was a hidden Phoenix bloodline. So he's fighting these people who were like, they're like, we're the only Phoenix people. And he's like, well, okay, I will beat you because I am still immune to your shit.
Oh, what? But that's so unfair.
It's very unfair. Yunchi is a character who understands where things are unfair and leverages the fuck out of it against his opponents.
Oh, that's honestly the more we talk about Yunchi and these immunities he's requiring and all that stuff, it hits me that he has the veins of the evil god, right?
Mhm.
And that's giving him he's getting these pearls that
Don't
gives him
forget
the
his dragon
immunity.
bones. Dragon bones are real important.
And dragon bones, yeah. But the immunities.
Yeah.
What the hell killed the evil god who's immune to all of those elements?
We're starting to touch on that part of the story now at the very end of what's being translated right now.
There was, okay, so you know how we said the Sky Poison Pearl is one of the top 10?
Yeah.
The number 2 treasure in all of the realms.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it just sort of bodied a lot of things.
That's metal as fuck.
Yeah. Do you want to hear its name?
Yeah, sure.
What, Evil Infinite Myriad Tribulations?
Jesus Christ.
Jesus
Or no,
Christ.
Evil Infant's Wheel of Myriad Tribulation.
Yeah.
Almost positive.
That's crazy. I want that. So I can kill the evil gods and take his
That's how
veins.
you do it.
There's a lot of stuff we haven't even like touched upon. Like the scenarios in this series are pretty funny.
That brings me to a segment that I am desperate to try, you guys. It is called We Didn't Even Get to Talk About. It is the things that you know at the end of this conversation. Oh, we didn't even get to talk about. Finish that sentence.
Finjue-chan. Everything that happens in the ice realm.
Yeah, the divine snow, everlasting snow realm or whatever. Frozen Cloud Asgard is the
Ooh, Frozen Cloud Asgard.
The scene where Jasmine gets her body back.
Oh,
Jasmine gets her body back.
boy does she. And then everyone in the realm is just like, oh, well, I guess we can't fight this.
She's that strong.
It's very funny.
Oh man, we didn't even get to talk about.
The time he got attacked by a hare that basically killed him for 2
Hair
weeks.
H-A-R-E or hair H-A-I-R?
Like from the top of your head.
Oh, wait. Whoa.
Yep, that was a
How'd that
strand of hair that basically killed our near invincible MC we've been describing.
Whose hair was this?
The Poison Star God.
Oh, no, that makes sense.
Poison.
No, that makes a lot of sense.
This man sounds like a fucking monster.
Yeah, she is.
All right,
Is it
one more.
she?
One more. We didn't even get to talk about.
We didn't even get to talk about his family, the illusory demon realm, and the crow god?
Yeah, the Golden Crow God.
Golden
the Golden.
Crow.
Oh no, the
Yeah. Golden crow god.
Golden
All
Crow
right.
God.
We didn't get to talk about the time where he developed the first 4 parts of a technique by learning the last 2. Where he just
That's great.
He saw
He's
no
that-
basics, no introductions, saw the final 2 most profound parts of a technique, and inferred the first 4.
And he's like, yeah, I got this.
How smart of a cultivator is this man to extrapolate whole techniques?
Jasmine describes him. There are many things where you were an ant, like you were like an ant, but in terms of perception alone, you may be at the top of all the realms.
Good God.
Oh, jeez.
If he claims second, no one else would dare claim first.
Oh, well.
I very much like that segment. I'd like to try it again next time.
Yeah, I
there's
like that
always...
because it lets us say some ridiculous things. So
Yeah.
I'm down to continue
I
that.
am just over here. Like, I wish we had a camera. I am flabbergasted by
We're
the
gonna
words
have
they
a camera
said.
soon, you guys. That's even more things we should talk about. Hey. So we're wrapping up a little bit. Let's talk about some more. Let's talk about some business. You want to talk about some business?
Go for it, buddy.
Let's talk about some business.
What
Two
is the
things.
business?
Two things. We're gonna start streaming our recording sessions here in the next couple sessions. We've got all kinds of equipment coming in to do these things. Thing two, I want to start reading your reviews on the podcast. I will read any review made of this show on iTunes or like where else? Where else is there a review?
So they have to take clips of what we're saying to string a review together.
Oh God, please no. Please don't do that. Oh no, do that, I guess, and show off how cool an editor you are. And then I'll be like, wow, good job. In the meantime, I'll just read your fucking review on the air because that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah, if you've got a review either of a book or of our podcast, let us know, and we'll be happy to speak about it on there.
Speaking of a review of a podcast, I got to do a shout out because we covered it in our first version of doing this episode.
Sure.
The dude who wrote a thesis about how shit Red Packet server is. Shout outs to you.
We already talked
You
about
are the
that guy,
best.
but I'm willing to talk about that guy again. I read a little bit of Red Packet server, and he is so right. He's just new. Like, I have nothing against Red Packet server. It's just having read Cultivation Chat Group first, it does sour it slightly because it does feel like it just a superior novel in terms of like pacing. I don't know. It's interesting that he builds up into like being a cultivator instead of like, hey, all these guys are gods, huh? And then you can open a red packet and then get 100 years of cultivation. Like, done. He opens a red packet, like it's just a red packet will show up and you can choose to take it or not. Like whoever takes it first in the chat room gets it.
Like cultivation Bitcoin, like what's going on?
Kind of. Well, no. He the first one that he takes, it's like, all right, well, 1,000 pounds of gold, and he's like, what is this for? What game is this fucking in? I don't care. Like, I don't give a shit about this. And then like 1,000 pounds of gold shows up at his door. No, it's like in his bank account, and he's like, whoa. And then he goes and gets money and slaps somebody with it, which is one of the most redeeming parts that I had read of that book so far, because he like somebody was just fucking with him about his lack of money, and he's like, oh, I've got money now. And he just slaps this dude in the face with money and then beats. All right, maybe that book was a little bit better. But like,
honestly, we're not going to go out on a better note than Money Slap. So with that, I'm going to say goodbye to you, dear listeners. If you'd like to reach us, please look. We'll have our contact information in the show notes.
Yeah, Twitter, Tiger Coaster.
Tiger Coaster.
Yeah, Tiger Coaster. Tiger.rollercoaster@gmail.com. You can find us at Tiger Rollercoaster Productions on Facebook because I do that. Woo, that was me.
And with that, we will bid you adieu. We will see you next week with Arthuretta. And again, we appreciate your support, and we'll get back on schedule.
Yeah, we're back.
Ciao.
Happy New Year.
Tiger Rollercoaster Productions. Tigers are scary. You try to get off.